At the center of every Arctic Cat snowmobile is an engine that defines both its personality and its purpose. For 2014, we usher in the new model year with the new engine naming system. In order of horsepower, we begin with the 9000 series, followed by the 8000, 7000, 6000, and 5000. A couple of two-strokes keep their names. The 500 is called the 500, and the same is true for the 570. While many of our proven engines return for another tour of duty, two new highly anticipated engines highlight the 2014 lineup. The long-anticipated 600 SeaTech 2, bearing the 6000 series designation, has arrived after nearly 4 years in development. In the four-stroke category, we are proud to introduce the new 7000 series, the naturally aspirated SeaTech 4. So let's get down to business and find out what makes these engines tick. The 9000 SeaTech 4 engine, formerly known as the Z1 Turbo, is a 1056cc twin-cylinder turbocharged four-stroke. With an industry-leading 177 horsepower, the 9000 powers the world's fastest snowmobiles and brings incredible performance to a four-stroke sled. The 9000 is still the only stock turbo available in the mountains. But most importantly, it doesn't lose power at altitude, meaning the horsepower you have at 5,000 feet is the same at 10,000 feet. So despite being a large displacement four-stroke, no one can touch this power-to-weight ratio with an amazing 177 horses at 10,000 feet. This 799cc two-stroke is a performance rider's favorite. 160-plus horsepower makes it the most powerful stock 800 engine in the industry.
To add to our already durable, high-performance, very responsive 800cc engine, we've made some improvements to the NOx sensor function of this engine with the wide variety of fuel octanes that are available throughout the country now. And although we still recommend the same fuel be used in this engine, we've broadened the acceptance of the NOx sensor function system.
The 7000 SeaTech 4, with 135 class horsepower, is the newest member of the Arctic Cat four-stroke engine family.
The sporty feel is a result of two things. One, the crankshaft is very lightweight, so it can accelerate very quickly. And being a three-cylinder, it also has a sportier sound to it. Riders are going to be very happy with this engine. Character of the engine is much more in line with the typical Arctic Cat customer, I believe. Very performance-oriented. They like the sporty feel. They like the lighter weight.
These are two examples of our all-new Arctic Cat designed, produced, and developed 600cc SeaTech 2 engine.
The SeaTech 2 produces 123 horsepower at 8,250 RPM.
And the entire engine will be assembled at our St. Cloud assembly facility. It is entirely redesigned. We completely redesigned the crankcase, the crankshaft, the cylinders, the piston, the cylinder head and combustion chamber, with the goal being high performance but high efficiency. We are recognized as having the most durable two-stroke engine with our laydown concept. We definitely wanted to maintain that. This laydown configuration of engine gives us a very strong, stiff crankshaft and crankcase. Our new Arctic design engine is lighter than our previous 600 engine. Our crankshaft is 4 pounds lighter than our previous 600, and when you have a rotating mass like that and can reduce weight that much, that certainly has value in throttle response and in performance.
The SeaTech 2 is very efficient both in terms of fuel and oil consumption. Expect fuel to oil ratios in the range of 65 to 1, depending, of course, on riding conditions. Fuel is injected directly into the boost port side of the cylinder. At higher RPM, fuel is also injected into the crankcase area. As we reduce the distance fuel has to travel, performance, fuel economy, and emissions all improve.
We now have ample time to deliver fuel not only to the top of the piston, but also through the slot. So we have the best of both worlds in this sense. We don't have the complexity and the weight of a in-cylinder DI system, yet we have the efficiency.
In addition to more efficient fuel delivery, the injectors also deliver a small amount of oil to the engine's critical bearings.
So we now have the ability to directly inject a small amount of lubrication right at the most critical bearing point because we're injecting through the slot in the piston. This is the most powerful 600 we've made, yet it's by far the most efficient. And are very proud to offer you this 600 C-Tech 2 Arctic designed and produced engine for 2014.
The 5000 four-stroke, formerly known as the Z1, was the first four-stroke engine designed specifically for snowmobiling.
This is our 1100 two-cylinder four-stroke engine. This engine is really ideally suited for our utility and touring segments. It's very smooth, low emissions, good fuel economy, a lot of low-end torque, great for that low-speed pulling.